All right. Tell him I'll go pretty much right now then, if he wants.
You go now. Go.
Oh, okay. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we are here live on the campus of Beverly High School to bring you Panthers baseball here today. Once again, I am Dominic Lawrence. I'm alongside Rich Francis, joined by Mr. Visnick over here on my left as well on the three-man booth today. As we are back, boys, it seems like I feel like it's been a bit.
It's been
it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
A long road trip. A little rain and a long road trip.
A little rain and a long road trip. That's the way to put it. 2-2 since we were here doing a game. Panthers with wins over Peabody and Danvers. The Danvers won a 13-7 mess, kind of, is how I heard it kind of was. Mm-hmm. The weather wasn't great. Rain, all that kind of stuff. People lost control. I heard it was a bit of a mess. Losses to Masco and Methuen. Those are the two losses for Danvers, for the Panthers. And today, they're going up against the Gloucester Fishermen and a familiar foe that we saw last year, and the left-hander Brett Moore on the mound today for the Fishermen to oppose the Panther lineup. And Rich, I know that you're the Gloucester guy, so you're around these kids quite a bit. What's the story here on Brett Moore? Again, guys might remember he was the first broadcast I think we had ever done so far of baseball last year. Brett Moore was on the mound, pitched a beauty, and he's having a fantastic season this year as well.
Yeah, pitching's been the name of the game for the Fishermen this year. As we often hear up around here, the pitchers have the advantage. With the cold weather and all, and Gloucester's pitchers have definitely taken advantage of it. They haven't gotten the bats going today. Well, they may get them going today, but they haven't gotten the bats going during the season. As a team, I had an opportunity to talk with Coach Rory Gentile, and he said they're batting just over the Mendoza line. So, I know he's looking to get the bats going again. The Panthers hoping that Christian Morrissey will silence those bats like he did the last time he pitched against Masconomet.
Yes, Christian Morrissey, as we always know, he's got the stuff, the power stuff. Control sometimes can be the issue, but he was on against Masco in his last outing. Unfortunately, as you said, the Panther bats just didn't get going in that game, but Morrissey had a no-hitter going late into that ball game. Yeah,
and the Panthers faced a pretty good pitcher who we had seen early in the season here in Eric Sibach. Sibach struggled with his control at here at Brother Forty Field, but he had it all going as well as Christian did. Both pitchers pitched really well. They both had a pretty hefty wind to their backs too, but they were throwing strikes and they were getting the job done.
Yeah, real bummer for Christian too. Pitched so well, both of those runs being unearned. The Panthers, who've been real solid defensively this year, put just a bad inning together.
Yeah.
Had opportunities to get out, didn't happen for them, but as we talk so many times, when the bats aren't working, you have to be flawless in the field. You don't have any room for error when you don't score those runs. Case in point, the Danvers game that Dom was talking about, that 13-7 game that turned kind of ugly due to the rain. We thought for sure going to be a 2-1 game, given the quality of the pitching that was in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of walks, a lot of pass balls, balls squirting around. Yeah. So. The bats gave us the forgiveness for any miscues in the field that day.
And, I will say this one thing with Morrissey. Even after that blip of an inning, he came back and he pitched really well. He kept his confidence and
absolutely
he did his job.
All right, so the man stepping in here is Emerson Marshall to go against Morrissey as we are just about to get things underway. Morrissey winds and fires and pours in a first pitch strike.
Marshall, a multi-sport player, one of the top players in the NEC, actually one of the top players in the state this year in terms of points in hockey.
Okay. I believe I recognize his name from that's a line drive shot right back up the middle in the center field. So Emerson Marshall leading things off with a hard single And the Fishermen, who offensively, as we've said, has been a bit of tough sledding for them so far this season, are off to a good start here.
Now, Marshall has been one of the better hitters on the team, batting mid-300s or so. He's got good wheels, too, so you may see him take off at some point.
And this is the left fielder, Cornetta, now standing in. Cornetta kind of stepped in the bucket there and swings and misses at that outside offering.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch there. I don't think he was looking for something with a wrinkle in it there.
No.
He's looking for that third fastball in a row.
That's that's probably Griff McKay, who's behind the plate tonight, making the call for that pitch.
Once again, big cut and a miss from Cornetta.
Went back to the off-speed there. Let's see what he does here, 0-2.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing too good.
Yeah, always tempted to sneak a fastball by him here, but you got to make sure it's not in too good of a location. That might have been a little bit too good. But Cornetta, after seeing back-to-back breaking balls, a tad tardy on the fastball right there, and just fouled it back to the screen. Breaking ball off is Marshall. The throw from McCaffrey high and up the line, and Marshall in the second safely with a stolen base.
McKay behind the plate.
Yeah, that base right there, he picked the right pitch to go on a breaking ball for sure. High for Griff to handle that and get a quick throw off.
Yeah, breaking ball down and away like that. So 1-2 now, the count on Cornetta. Morrissey right back to him.
All right.
Thought about going to third, but he's just going to let him take third. On the first, gets the first out, but Marshall on the move right away takes third base, and now the Fishermen have a run to open things up just 90 feet away.
He certainly thought about going to third with that one.
He did.
Made his look 2 times and decided to go the other way.
So you got Zach Oliver. He's another one of the kids on this team who's been hitting the ball. Fouls that off.
And swinging on it right away and fouls it off. This is the third baseman, as you mentioned, Zach Oliver.
So it looks like Gloucester not looking to get behind in the count here. They're going after the pitches early.
Infield has just been moved in by Coach Cahill.
Well, you know, Morrissey does have that great sort of wipe out breaking ball, and I get the point of not wanting to get there. To let him get to that pitch.
Yeah, with a pitcher who's got a lot of stuff, you really don't want to put yourself in a situation of guessing.
Oliver, one chopper right to the third baseman, has it on the first, off the glove of the first baseman. A disaster there. He's going to get in the second. Marshall is going to score, and Gloucester is on the board.
Yeah,
and I think the first, I'll let you go.
I was going to say the throw was a little bit on the high side, but it looked like it was going to be caught, but just glanced off Bradley McCafferty's glove there.
Do you think McCafferty got caught maybe looking at the guy at third to see that maybe if he was going or not?
It's possible.
It looks like one he might have just taken his eye off of him the last second.
Yeah, one of those, once I catch the ball, I got to be ready to throw it home.
Yes, exactly.
But you know,
always possible.
You got to get that out first. And, you know, Bradley hasn't played a ton over there, so might have something to do with it, too.
Yeah, you know, I'm guessing that with the left-hander going for Gloucester today, Coach Cahill's trying to get the righty bat in there at first base. So, and chose Bradley today, who has been among the more consistent contact hitters this year, making good contact, I should say.
So now here is Morris standing in, swung on fly ball. That's into the gap in right center field. Everybody on the run. Morris on his way to second. He will get in there with a head first slide, and Gloucester with a crooked number here in the first inning. 2-0 Fishermen.
Well, so far it looks like the Gloucester bats are working today.
You're the guy who said today they might be working.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is the first game that we've done that I would call nice baseball weather. So it does help when it's not 45 degrees and a blistering wind.
That is true.
I'm being a bit dramatic. It was never 45 for those games. It just felt like that with the win.
I think we may have had some 47, 48. Though.
It might have, at least by the end.
Then with the wind chill factor in there.
Yeah. Well, the wind chill factor in some of those games made it in the 30s.
It was rough.
All right, so Morris taking off all the armor.
So now Daniel Hafey standing in.
Now, there were questions of whether Hafey was going to be playing today. I guess he had a collision with one of his teammates in practice yesterday. But he's here, and he's swinging his bat. Well, we'll see if he swings. And he
big cut and a miss. And I will tell you, you are absolutely right. It seems the Gloucester approach today is to be aggressive. Because they're not waiting.
Yeah.
You know, the first game up in Gloucester, Christian also was the starter in that game, and it went 4 innings. So they do have a little bit of experience with him. If memory serves me right, he got through 4 without giving up a run, and then maybe got in a little trouble in the top of the 5th. So they've seen him pounding the strike zone and also missing just a bit.
Breaking ball and a real good one, but he couldn't get him to pull the trigger on swinging.
Stop there by McKay. Well, if I recall that game, he struggled in the first 2 innings,
but
and then he
didn't give up a run.
Right.
And if also going on memory, we had 2 guys were thrown out at home plate in one inning.
Right.
One straight from
Hafey cut on, ground ball over to third.
Back. Oh,
high throw, and that's going to get by him. That's going to allow another Gloucester man to score. Oh no, we're going to have a play at the plate.
Got him.
They got.
Oh, he said he got under it. Said he got under the tag. And you know what? I don't think he can argue that.
I think he did get under the tag.
Yeah, I think that the throw took him a little bit towards us, towards that first base side and foul ground, so he had to go back and find him. And a little bit of change around defensively today. I'm not sure. I know Logan has been very versatile. We've seen him at short. We've seen him at second. I don't know if this is the first time we've seen him at third, but
yeah,
nice stop for sure, but different throwing angles.
Yes. Brett Moore now, the pitcher, the man standing in. Still only 1 away. Strike with a fastball. No? Okay. Maybe not a strike.
Yeah, Logan, he fielded it well. He looked the man back, and the ball just sailed away.
And then, I don't know, did the throw home just beat the guy that he got? I don't know.
All right, bunting him over. Christian going to make the play.
Going to make it fast.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, safe.
Oh, man. So Brett Moore is called safe at first, and it's largely been without the ball even leaving the infield. A bit of a mess here in the first inning right now for the Panthers.
That'll go down as a hit.
So now that'll bring up Jack Costanzo, the shortstop.
So let's see first and third what the Panthers will do defensively here.
Well, they're playing back up the middle.
Good stop by Griff.
Costanzo, another one of those multi-sport athletes. Pretty good hockey player. That's an understatement. He's one of the best hockey players the past 4 years in the conference. And he's also an extremely good golfer. I believe he was the league MVP, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
In golf. If I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong there.
I don't know why I thought one of the Beverly guys maybe.
You're right. Maybe that is the case. Maybe because they got the 2 divisions. Or
right,
whatever.
Yeah, that could be.
Swung on, high fly in the left field. The left fielder on the move. Still going back, makes the catch. That man is going to tag and score, though.
That is how to hit a sacrifice fly. The chances of getting thrown out on that one are
pretty much 0.
Unless he falls down. So,
and that is the 4th Gloucester run, if I have this correct.
4, yep.
And that's the number 7 batter doing his job. That was his job, to get the ball in the outfield.
He hit that pretty deep.
He did indeed.
Well, in the last game, Costanzo was the cleanup hitter. So, this is actually his first game back after being out for some time. So maybe coach figured,
ease him
back in that spot.
Well, here is Braden Francis now standing in, the right fielder.
Francis, no relation. Although his father Jeff was a good athlete in his own right at one point. Actually, I just said that because Jeff's standing right next to us. Braden is one of the younger guys on this team. Freshman. Right, Jeff? Freshman?
But the real question is he a good history student?
And McKay from his knees got him. Oh, man.
Looked like he got him.
Beverly can't get a call today.
Maybe he didn't get the tag down.
He might not have.
Looked like he got it. It was a good throw by.
It was a heck of a throw, as the pitch kind of took McKay spinning a little bit towards his right side. He had to whirl around from his knees and make that throw, but he put it in a good spot.
Well, I mentioned that Francis here is a good athlete. He actually, his father was a good athlete. His mother's where he gets his athleticism from, though.
Strike. Nope. Ball.
Himself
Yeah,
good
a little bit low.
All right, so that is ball 4. First walk so far issued. And now that'll bring up the number 9 man, the left fielder, Elliott.
So I think the original plan was you use Christian as far as you can get him, and then you come in with Cooper Gavin. And then you could pitch Cooper again later in the week. So it'll be interesting to see
how he decides to play it now. Yeah.
The reality is, he's given up 4 pretty much all unearned runs, and he's only thrown about 20 pitches.
Right.
So part of that is Gloucester getting after him.
Quick trip to the mound by pitching coach Millay to try to settle things down, just to break the rhythm. But like you said, Rich, he is doing his job.
Yeah, he's getting pitches that should be outs. So this is Tommy Elliott.
Yeah, you're right. Really, the only solid hit balls we've really seen so far was Marshall's leadoff single and Morris's double. Yeah. Brett Moore had an infield hit.
Yeah, and the sac fly, was hit pretty good.
That's true, but
that's a fly ball out too. With if they don't make the errors.
I would have it as I believe one of those runs were earned, just one.
Yeah.
The first.
Right.
Strike.
Yep.
Nabbing the outside corner.
Tommy Elliott, a scholar athlete.
Yes. But for anyone, doing the books, Marshall may have scored on an error, but Morris's double, happens anyway, so Marshall scores no matter what.
But the guys who got on base because of the error.
Yes. Well, after Morris was the other one, so then, yeah. Everybody else after that is unearned. But Marshall's run is earned. That one skips off McCaffrey's foot. McKay. McKay tried to smother it. I think it just hit, the foot protector nice and perfect, and just...
Yeah, it looked like it bounced right off that toe, didn't it?
I could hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so they're going to run for more, which doesn't change anything. You can run for your pitchers and your catchers. Mm-hmm. Who's that in running at number 14? Look like a number 14.
I don't see a 14. I see a 16 and a 15.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's 14. This one's. It's too hard to see.
Yeah, we got the bottom part of the carbon copy. Oh,
strike 3 as Elliott is left there looking at a fastball on the outside corner, and Morrissey gets out of the inning now. But 9 men come to the plate for Gloucester, score 4 times on a bit of a mess of a first inning, and on to the bottom of the first. The Fishermen 4, Panthers coming to bat.
Yeah.
I think number 14 was Borowick.
Yep, Adam Borowick. Yep.
How'd I do?
Very good.
Sensational.
Very good. Must be from the same part of Europe as your ancestors.
No, maybe. I just had a picture of the first copy of the lineup instead of the bottom.
Adam Borowick, yep. Adam actually is a student of mine.
Oh, okay.
Nice kid.
Christian Yelich just hit for the cycle, guys, for anyone who cares about Major League Baseball.
All right, so Beverly getting themselves in a hole. Now, again, Beverly hasn't really been hitting all that great the last couple of games. And as you pointed out, Brett Moore has been pitching pretty good, so they got themselves in a hole here.
Yes. A big hole for the Panthers to climb out of, as Brett Moore has been nothing short of sensational this season in 23 innings, 9 hits as we have it, 42 punch-outs, just 2 earned runs allowed. That is a .59 ERA and a .50 WHIP.
Now, for you folks at home who don't know what Dom's talking about when he says WHIP, the WHIP is walks and hits per innings pitched.
Yes.
It's really it's a good metric to see how many base runners a guy lets on. And again, we know you can't score runs if you don't get guys on base.
Exactly. So I would say it's also a sensational metric early in the season, when ERAs can be overly inflated or underinflated, and you've been lucky so far. But let's say your guy's walking around with an ERA of 2 or lower, but his WHIP is 1.8 something. You know that's probably not going to last.
Right.
And on the flip side, the same thing if a guy's ERA is really high, but his WHIP is in a place that you like it. You know that those numbers will even out eventually.
That was one of my my top metrics to use when drafting a fantasy pitcher.
Not bad. Not bad. Anyway, so Brett Moore, the man pitching today, really reminds me of Brett Cecil, if anyone remembers that guy from a couple of years ago. Played for the Cardinals and the Jays.
Yep.
Jays the longest amount of time. The Cardinals gave him an absurd amount of money for a reliever. And he was never all that good when he got to St. Louis.
Yeah.
One of the rare times that organization ever strikes out. Anyway, so the lineup that will be facing him is Francis, Bernard, and Armbruster. Armbruster back after he's been out the last couple of games with a leg injury. Rushed in the DH in the cleanup spot, followed by McCafferty, Bellew, Petrosino, McKay, and Demers, rounding out the lineup for the Panthers.
Now, we know Coach Cahill likes to run, but they're facing a lefty and Moore. And Hafey's got a pretty good arm behind the plate there.
He's got a very good move, if I remember from last year as well.
Rich, did he come in relief in the Gloucester game at all? I'm trying to think who.
Jumping on the first pitch, and it's a ground ball over to the third baseman who has it, throws on the first, and it's a 1-pitch out for Brett Moore.
Francis not waiting. Al, I'm pretty sure he did at one point. Trying to remember it because we saw a lot of their pitchers in that game.
Correct.
Here is Austin Bernard, the center fielder. Lefty on lefty. Tough assignment. Moore has a very nice over-the-top curveball, which can cause fits for the left-handed batters. And when located well to the righties can be a problem too if he can locate that thing down and in.
So Moore locates his pitches well. He's got pretty good control. That's why he's going to be pitching at Curry College.
Is he?
The Colonels.
I went to Curry.
Where Beverly High School alum Connor Hanlon plays his baseball.
Really? Very nice. 3 walks so far is what I have on my statistics all season so far for Brett Moore.
And, you can tell he doesn't labor out there.
No, it's a very nice, easy delivery.
Yeah.
Mixes well, though.
Not an overpowering fastball, though.
No.
But it looks good after all those curveballs.
Yep, it does.
It walks him.
And just on cue.
Yep, as we said.
Great control.
It was completely intentional.
The hometown.
It's like us with the free throws.
Right, I know. Well, Al, you said great control. It's not like those pitches were all over the place, right? They're around the area he's trying to get it to.
So now here is the shortstop, Samuel Armbruster. See how aggressive Cahill decides to be on the base paths. Armbruster looks at one that misses again, and as you said, everything has seemed around the zone. Yep. Brett Moore didn't look too happy with that last call either.
Yeah, so Sammy, he's battling a leg injury. Al, you could probably tell us a little bit more about that injury.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
But thank you for asking.
Well, look by the looks of the way he's running, I'm guessing it's a leg injury. That's right. Sorry about that, Al. But I know during the Peabody game, he kind of hurt himself diving back, and so he missed a couple games, and he came in a pinch hitting role in the Methuen game.
Yeah, and then stayed in at first base.
He's off, and that one runs in and hits Armbruster.
All right, so
we won't have to think about anything other than his arm here.
First it was his leg, now it's his. I don't know. I think did that get him in the head or in the arm?
No, it either got him in the ribs or the shoulder or somewhere in the side of his body there.
Yeah, it did.
It definitely broke into him below shoulder height.
All right, so Austin was on the move on that.
So after a rough first inning for the Panthers and facing a tough assignment, as Brett Moore has been this season, so far Beverly a chance here as Brett Moore losing his control just a little bit, walking Bernard, and then now the hit by a pitch to Armbruster puts 2 on for Rushton with only 1 away. Rushton still batting in that cleanup spot despite the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Ryan does a very good job of taking the ball the other way, though.
Yeah, he sits on it, follows it all the way through.
And also, in your absentia, Dom, on the road trip in rain, Ryan had been out with pneumonia, I believe I had heard.
Oh,
and he had missed a couple of games in there. So
they were missing Armbruster and Rushton then.
Yeah, and also Griff McKay as well.
Right. And in the Methuen game, Griff Francis also was out because of an injury.
But did make a pinch hit appearance late in the game, I believe. So I think the boys are back to full health.
Oh, Ryan, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think that Methuen game was, as in the NBA, they call load management. As you can hear, it's a little on the windy side.
Yep. There he goes. He's off. That one in a perfect spot for him to throw, but the throw probably not quite low enough to get the tag down in time to get him, so it's a double steal for the Panthers.
Great jump by Austin. A little bit risky there, chasing 4, but Panthers have 2 in scoring position with a man out. This would be huge to get some back.
And a left-handed batter up, too. A clear lane to throw for the catcher. Rushton, there's that big breaking ball that he likes to throw, and he gets Ryan waving at it on the outer half, and now there's 2 gone.
Okay, so you got Brad McCafferty. McCafferty's been hitting the ball pretty good. The Methuen game, Al, right? He had a couple of long drives
that were caught, but he really squared them out. That's for sure.
You know, Methuen's field was one of those fenceless fields.
That is true, with actually a baseball diamond without a pitching mound.
Right.
What?
It was one of the lowest pitching mounds you'll ever see, Dom.
Oh.
Yeah, it was basically like throwing a flat ground bullpen session. It was just it's unbelievable.
And it looked like it was a little wet from the rains the day before, too.
Right, that landing spot was a little suspect. But both pitches threw from it. Yeah. And that guy threw real well. So
now you don't see that kind of stuff here because Todd Rushton does a great job with the fields here.
Showcase field.
Oh, when he gets him looking on the outside corner. So Brett Moore has a brief spite of bad control, but he's able to rein it in quickly with punch-outs of Rushton and then McCafferty in quick succession. And the Panther threat goes by the wayside onto the second. Gloucester up 4-0.
Really showing his quality right there. The sequence of pitches to Ryan and Bradley were top-notch there.
They really, really were. The one to Rushton is just that nasty breaking ball that it's so tough if you're a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, especially with 2 strikes on it. You know, it's.
And then I don't know. I wonder if he caught McCafferty thinking breaking ball? Because it seems like he painted the outside corner.
Yeah. Well, he does a real nice job mixing up his pitches, and really kind of leaves you off balance. And that's why, you know, you're going to see Beverly trying to get on top of those pitches early. Because you don't want to get in a situation where you have to try to figure what's he going to throw.
Exactly. So anyway, all 9 men came to the plate last inning, so we'll be right back to the top of the order here in the second for Morrissey. But, you know, Christian, in no way, shape, or form seemed to be pitching all that bad back in the first. Bit of bad luck, really just 2 well-hit balls.
Yeah.
And just 1 walk. So the control for the most part was there as well.
You know, like we said, he got the pitches that he wanted in most of those at-bats.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think really encouraging right now, you know, looking at how good a performance he had against Masco. Controls good here, a little bit bad luck.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that's been the thing that he always struggled with, is that consistency. So hopefully boys can help him out behind him, and he can get us a quick inning and back in the hit.
So here is Emerson Marshall, who did have one of the 2 solid hit balls last inning. He started things with a solid single right back up the middle, and later scored the only earned run. Emerson swung on, beats it into the ground. Armbruster has it, throws to first,
nice play,
and got him.
There's the cornerstone of that infield right there. Sammy back in, you know, challenging play on the short hop, sets his feet and just the P over there.
Well, you know, the other thing about that, you know, he didn't wait for it, and he circled the ball so he could get himself that good throw. That's, you know, textbook shortstop right there on that kind of ball.
Ooh, that one missing up and in on Cornetta, and 2-0.
Got a good crowd here for the game today.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there in right field.
Cornetta swung on, fly ball into right field. The right fielder coming in. Then has to take a step back or two. Makes the catch.
And speaking of right field, right on cue. Rich, you have the clairvoyant thing working today.
Yeah, if only I could do that with gambling, right, or something.
I'd take a prediction for some Panther runs in the bottom of the second.
So here is Zach Oliver standing in.
Play.
Just going to hit the house. Nope.
Not quite.
On the roll.
Oliver, another multi-sport athlete, plays basketball. He was starting guard on the basketball team. One of the leading scorers.
Oh, that's a real nice breaking ball that Christian just snapped over for a strike, too.
And that's a good pitch selection right there.
That ball broke about 1.5 feet.
Throws him another one, but Oliver gets just a piece of it. Let's see if he tries to gas him here now after those 2 big benders.
There it is.
Strike 3, fastball on the inner half.
Good call.
Gets Oliver looking, and Morrissey has himself a quick 1-2-3 inning in the second.
That is 1/2 of what the doctor ordered. Now we need to get a couple back. Really quality inning right there from Christian.
Yeah, he had the good stuff working right there, and that pitch sequence to Oliver was a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Griff McKay calling the pitches back there. We don't know how much the coaches are involved in the pitch calls, but knowing Griffin there, he knows the game well enough to know when to make the right pitch selection.
Yes.
Guess Griff is helping out. He's coaching one of the travel teams for the Vikings program.
Oh, really? I did not know that. With his brother's team, or?
I'm not sure. I don't know which team. I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Cool.
I'm going to guess Amy and Jared would actually appreciate that. That would mean they don't have to get there so early to drop them off for the games.
Transportation.
You get to learn about different cities, though, when you do those programs, because you get to drop the kid off about an hour early. So then you're like, okay, what do I do? Let me go find breakfast or whatever. Had a good time in Portland one time.
All the way in Portland?
Discovering the the various breweries in that area.
I think first year that Ian played Viking, there were two teams. Ian, Sammy were on one. Casey, Logan, Noah Guanci maybe on the other. Some other guys. They played each other for the league championship in Westbrook, Maine, just outside of Portsmouth. The finals with two Vikings teams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Anthony Mastriani was involved with that. A lot of Beverly guys, and a few of the guys that we see during the year here from Masco and whatnot.
Well, that is one of those interesting things about the travel programs, because you get to meet the kids that you end up facing when you're in high school.
Sure. Masco catcher Will Dempsey.
Yep.
Skylar Schmidt from Marblehead.
Yeah, a lot of the Beverly, a lot of the Marblehead
McElroy,
kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. Brett Moore trying to snap off a breaking ball that time. Kind of hung it a bit.
Yeah, stayed up there, but it almost came down into the strike zone.
Bellew swung on high, fly into right field. The right fielder drifting over, and makes the catch.
Yeah, you never know with the wind today where that's going to go, but good read off of that. Fly ball coming off the righty's bat is going to be hooking towards the line, and he stayed with that and got that quite easily.
Okay, got Logan Petrosino up now. Logan, one of the league leaders in one of the North Shore Salem News service area in RBI.
And he's up there in hits as well, isn't he?
I saw it today. I mean, he's like top 5 in RBIs, but you got a bunch of kids.
I imagine then he's down here lower in the order just because of the lefty-lefty matchup.
Yeah, the things have been getting moved around quite a bit.
Ooh. There you go.
Weak ground ball over to second. No problem for the second baseman. The throw to the shortstop on the throw around a bit of a problem, but that doesn't count for anything.
But you got to make it look good, having the ball around. You can't be throwing the ball into left field or whatever. Griff McKay up now. It looks like Griff's finally healthy. You had mentioned, Al, that he had been sick.
Who hasn't been the last 2 weeks?
Well, that's the thing. We finally get over this COVID thing, and then everybody's getting the flu.
Yes.
Yeah, that has gone around quite a bit. And I'm pretty sure that Griff was victimized by COVID at the beginning of last baseball season and missed a bit of time right at the beginning of last year's campaign. So good to see him healthy and back out there swinging away.
Yeah. Fouls it off.
Okay.
Big breaking ball.
Fouls it right back off the catcher. That one missing outside.
So I was watching the game, I think it was the Red Sox game the other day. It was one of those, I think it was the NBC game, and they showed the catchers. Some of the catchers now have a device on their wrist.
Yes.
That ball's foul.
Electro pitch calling?
Yeah. The pitcher has something like in his hat or something like that, and it kind of gives a little signal.
Yes.
Yeah, designed to speed things up, especially with the runner on second base, so you don't have to disguise your signals.
And definitely after the, signal issue stealing, sign stealing
The scandals
that have happened over the past couple of seasons.
Although, as a fielder, you like to see what pitch is coming.
I thought that too.
Because you may take a step over if you know it's going to be off speed or something.
Yes.
Rich, you are correct as always. Logan, in today's paper, is tied for first with 16.
Okay.
With Shane Keogh of Marblehead.
Okay.
Another ex-Viking guy.
And he walks him.
And McKay looks at ball 4, and he'll get down the first. That'll bring up Demers.
That was a good at-bat by Griff.
Excellent at-bat.
See if they're going to run for him here. Seeing that he's the catcher, he can.
It looks like they're looking towards the dugout, although we have a bad kind of sight line here.
And we do have 2 outs, so.
And I'd be remiss to say if checking in at 16 on the hit column would be our very own Griffin Francis with 13.
Okay.
Griff's also 4th in the North Shore with runs with 16.
I think we got a couple guys in stolen bases up there, too. Coming back.
I think that's, is that Noah Staffier?
Noah Staffier, yep.
Catcher for a catcher.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And Noah runs well, though.
A bit of a slide step. He was on the move. Gets in the second safely.
All right, so that was a ball. The throw took the second baseman off the bag, so Noah's able to go in standing up.
So now after 2 quick outs to start the inning, looked like it might be an easy inning for Moore. Now a walk and a steal, and Beverly could kind of steal a run here.
So we got Josh Demers up.
Who's been among one of the more consistent hitters the past week or so for the Panthers.
Well, he's in the driver's seat now, 3-0, isn't he?
I think it's 2-0.
Okay, 2-0.
And in that Danvers game, as you mentioned earlier, he came in and pitched 3 big innings for the Panthers.
And I believe he got the win.
Yeah. Really kind of shut down Danvers. They couldn't handle his off-speed stuff. Josh has sort of a Monty Brewster changeup. And his curveball in for a strike.
Curveball by Moore, despite being behind in the count.
I would like to have the center field view on that pitch.
I know, right?
Yeah, it did look a little on the inside.
So 2-2 now, I believe. Demers fouls that one off.
There's a pitch that's not a strike, but based on that last call, he just had to foul that off. You can't with 2 strikes.
Yep.
It looked to me to be about in the same spot, maybe a little tighter, but good job by Josh there to get a piece of that.
Yeah, one of the things you ask of an umpire is consistent. You can have a big strike zone, a small strike zone. As long as you're consistent, that's fine.
Demers swung on and missed strike 3, though, and Moore threw the second unscathed as well on to the top of the third, 4-0 Fishermen.
Now, Moore, I believe, is one of the league leaders or the area leaders in strikeouts, too, Al.
Well, he had 42 of them in 26 innings.
Yeah.
The area is led by Danvers' Joel Zemaitis with 63.
Actually, you know what? You won't see his name looking at the Salem News.
Oh, because he's in the other division.
Well, it's not the entire North Shore. They only Salem News only posts schools that are in their circulation area.
Got you.
Gloucester has its own newspaper.
The Gloucester Times.
Right, so they don't generally include Gloucester in that stuff.
Gotcha. Did we have some stats on how many strikeouts he has this year?
Dom, you do have that.
Yeah, I do. 42 punch-outs coming into this game in 26 innings.
Which would put him, according to the Salem News here, in 5th.
Okay.
Behind the Danvers tandem of Zemagis and Maroney at 63 and 47, respectively.
That'd be interesting to compare the strikeouts per inning with some of those guys, which they don't have in the stat you're looking at. But
well,
my guess is Moore has actually pitched fewer innings than those guys.
Well, Moore has his in just 26 innings of work, which is almost 2 an inning.
Yeah.
Okay, and Maroney has thrown 39 and a third, and Zemagis 32.
So as Zemagis, he is
32 innings and 63 strikeouts. That's all, just a tick.
Yeah.
If my Malden High School math major degree serves me right, just barely less than 2 per inning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so close. You round up at that point.
Can we give it to him?
So that's what I just said.
That is amazing.
You round up usually.
That is amazing.
That is insane. Breaking ball from Morrissey, and I don't know. McKay, you struggled with that one a little bit.
It was in the dirt a bit. But, Beverly's leading strikeout guy is Cooper Gavin, and he's got a lot fewer innings than a lot of those guys.
That ball swung on and turned on down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
And he's going to hold up there.
Nice job by the right fielder getting to that thing in time, though, and that will just be a single.
Casey Bellew, quick as a whip over there. As soon as that ball was hit, he broke hard for the line and was able to cut that off.
That is Morris again.
Yep.
Who's swinging the bat very well so far this game for Gloucester. A double and now a single. Both hit sharply.
I don't believe Morris is a base stealing threat, though.
No.
But
looking to bunt.
Him over.
This is Hafey, catcher.
So that that attempted bunt will bring the third baseman in a little. Ooh, and he's
breaking ball gets Hafey to swing.
And that was not a foul ball, so he does get the base.
I mean, McKay had no chance.
Yeah.
No, right.
That was a great breaking ball, though.
Great breaking ball down in the dirt. Yes.
So now he's got Hafey 0-2. Looking to get the punch out here. Oh.
Okay, that one didn't break.
That was a curveball that, as you mentioned, just did not break.
Yeah, Griff caught that behind his head.
Nice job by McKay to be able to get that. Swung on line drive right at the third baseman. Going to throw back to second, and he's in there easily, though.
Good bid by Logan to try to double him up. Josh heads up play covering the bag.
Morris didn't really get that far off the bag to be able to get to him, but might as well give it a shot. All right, so Brett Moore, he bunted for a hit his last time.
Yes.
And you get your first baseman playing back, you might do it again.
That one missing on the inside corner.
Well, Bradley must have heard you. He's up on the cutout right now, so. Which you might not be able to see from your vantage point.
I can see his glove.
Okay.
I have a post in the way.
Oh,
good stop.
Good stop by Griff.
Heck of a stop by Griff. Was that a breaking ball or was that just a fastball he spiked?
I couldn't really tell.
I think it was a hard breaking ball, I believe.
Well, 2-0 now on Moore.
That one's up.
3-0 now on Moore. First base is open.
This next pitch will be, I think, number 40 for Christian.
And ball 4. Second walk so far issued by Christian.
Just didn't get on top of those last 2 breaking balls. They moved well right to left, but just a little bit up in the zone. Or out of the zone, I should say.
Let's see if they decide. I don't think they're going to run for the pitcher here. Moore's got pretty good wheels. And he's a heady ball player, so you probably figure with only one out, keep him out there. I mean, at this point, they're still athletes, right? They're not.
That's true.
You know, he's not a pitcher only. Yeah, he plays the field. He can hit. He can run.
Here is Costanzo, deep sack fly his last time up.
Jack wanted me to say hello to his grandmother, Jean, who's hopefully watching the game. Tells me he's her favorite grandchild. I think his brother Sal might disagree with that. But
swung on and fouled off by Costanzo.
Jack's going to be going to Cushing Academy next year. Do a PG year. Going to play hockey and baseball, I guess.
Big hockey school, if I remember right, from my days on the college circuit. A lot of guys from Cushing Academy played local area hockey, although that landscape's changed with a lot of the junior players and 21-year-old freshmen.
See a lot of they've got had some good basketball players come out of there. Matt Cross, I believe, played over there.
Costanzo high fly in the left field again. Center fielder actually the one going to get there.
They're not going anywhere.
Bernard is under it to make the catch, and there's the second out of the inning.
Same spot in the field as his long sacrifice fly in his first at bat. Not quite the distance though.
Yeah.
A little more Y and a little less X.
So we got okay. So now they're going to run for the pitcher. Give him a chance to get out there and warm up. I got to tell you, these Gloucester kids get an awful lot of armor that they bring with them to the plate.
Got to look good. Got to be safe.
Borowick again.
Here is Francis, the man standing in, walked his last time.
There is a name for those pads that we can't say on the air.
Oh, Francis turns on that one and deposits it in the left field. Left fielder coming up, throwing, misses the cutoff man, but no one will advance an extra base because of it.
I don't think he was going to get him anyway,
But another run coming in to score, and it's 5-0.
Big 2-out hit. Looked like the Panthers were going to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like you said, he turned on that inside fastball and put it in a spot that caused Griff Francis to have to get to the line to pick it up. So going on contact.
Yeah, with 2 outs. Yep.
All right, so you got 2 outs. Looks like they're going to hit for Elliott.
Oh, okay.
And whoever's hitting for him in the dugout looks a little surprised himself because there's some scrambling around in there. Might have been a last-minute decision here.
Well, I know Elliott's probably going to be the next guy coming out of the bullpen, but I don't think he's going to be warming up right now. Brett's not exactly struggling.
Maybe they need him for later in the week, though.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so who we got coming up here?
16.
That Rapchuk?
Yep.
Nick Rapchuk.
Nick Rapchuk. He's a big guy.
Going for the righty-lefty matchup.
Yep. And with the re-entry rules, we probably will see Elliott back at some point.
Where is he playing right now in the field?
Elliott was playing out in
left field.
Left field.
Okay. He can only re-enter once, though, correct?
Correct. So Rapchuk could play a couple innings and then Tommy could come back.
And now that if he is the guy who's coming in next, give him the opportunity to warm up when necessary.
Right.
Rabchuk swung on and fouled off on the first base side.
Good stop by McKay there.
McKay's getting quite the workout behind that plate this summer.
Yes, he is.
He's doing a good job blocking balls, though. Earning his money back there.
Yep. Well, he knows his job. You know, they call him. You know, they call the position the backstop for a reason.
Nice curveball.
Oof. And he gets Rabchuk looking at the curveball to set him down. One run comes in to score, though, on the RBI single by Francis. On to the bottom of the third. Gloucester 5, Beverly nothing.
So Christian's at about 47 pitches right now.
The woes continue a little bit offensively here. I guess not a little bit. The woes continue offensively right now.
Yeah, we haven't seen any hits from Beverly so far.
It's kind of funny when things go this way. Slumping can be a team thing. Same thing goes the other way when guys start hitting. You know, it's a interesting phenomenon in baseball. It's not uncommon to have a power outage as a group or be ripping the cover off the ball as a group. And
yes,
what's even kind of more interesting, we were talking about that game, I guess 2 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago Wednesday in Danvers, how we were expecting it to be a pitcher's duel. And when the weather came, the ball was being hit pretty well around there. I mean, for 13 runs, I'm not sure how many of them were earned, but I would venture to say that the amount of hits we had to be close to double digits, if not more.
But since that game, they really, the bats have been quiet. Now, again, they've only played 2 games since that one. And, you know, they only played 1 game last week. And so 2 Fridays ago, right, was the last game. So we're talking 12 days, 2 games in 12 days or so.
And it really, you know, I don't think it matters how much BP and how much drilling you do. There's nothing like seeing live pitching. And I really feel the same way you do, that we've got out of that rhythm. You know, we had that tough game against Masco. And then we didn't play again until the following Friday, right? Because we got rained out Wednesday against Marblehead with no Monday game. So you went basically a week of no gameplay. You know, so it's hard. I know they did some live stuff during the week.
Francis swung on hard, shot over to third. Third baseman knocks it down, recovers.
It was a nice play.
And makes the play. What a play by the third baseman over there.
You know, that's
he hit it hard enough so that he had time to get it.
That's what I was going to say. That's what Griff gets for hitting it so hard.
Yeah.
Just not knocked it down, but had time. Solid play. And good, hard, solid contact just right at him.
Yeah.
Needed that one 5 feet to his left.
Yeah.
Austin Bernard, the man standing in now, walking his first time.
You know, Al, like you were saying, usually at this point in the season, you've seen plenty of pitching, and you get in that rhythm, right? And so, you know, halfway through the season, you're in a rhythm, but they like you said, they're out of that rhythm right now.
Yeah.
And the only way to really get back in that rhythm is play a lot of games. And
that's right.
They don't really, you know, the schedule hasn't worked well for them in that respect.
Yeah.
Austin tried to slap that thing to the opposite field and ended up just hitting out into the track.
They're taking their lumps right now for sure, and it's what they just need to battle through it. Very hard to stay positive, but as we've talked about before, the the players.
That ball looked quite off the plate there.
And Moore doesn't need that kind of help, but he gets it anyway here with Bernard, as Bernard is caught looking. That's the second out of the inning.
Back to your comment about consistency of the umpiring, though, he has been calling that.
Yep.
That plate is a little bit wider than it was designed to be.
Yeah.
Armbruster, the man standing in now. Painful at bat his first time as he was hit by a pitch. Sammy, fly ball skied in the center.
This win, that could be trouble, but
center fielder gliding over, makes the catch, and that ends things in the third. Very quick inning for Moore as he sets them down 1-2-3.
Cornetta is a pretty good outfielder there. He gets to a lot of balls. He's got really good speed. He gets to a lot of balls. He knows how to play the position. So makes that play nice and easy.
Yeah, plenty of time to get into that one. That was way up there. As they say, just missed it.
Yeah, just got underneath it a little bit too much.
So Beverly through 3 innings is hitless. And Moore's got 4 strikeouts.
Is there another way you want to phrase that? He's not getting it. He's not.
No,
getting
I know what you're saying.
You want to be the jinx.
But now's not the time to say it. You got to say it when they're getting up. And I'll let you say that.
And
I can't let my Gloucester people yell at me.
And I have no problem saying that. I'm a Beverly guy, Homer, and I'm an unabashed Homer.
We'll say that Brett Moore has a no-hitter going.
Well, I'm friendly with his parents, so I don't mind his father giving me a hard time, but I'm not messing with his mother, Joanne.
Yeah, but back to the ill fortune right now offensively. Those who have the best failure routine generally win. Very difficult to kind of stay with it when things are going bad, and hitting is such a psychological thing. You know, the confidence that you take into the box is huge.
One of the best stories I've ever heard about a pro baseball player is Derek Jeter would have a different group of friends that he would hang out with during the baseball season. Because he would have to have only positive people around him.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, it's funny that you bring him up because he had one of the most massive slumps to start a baseball season sometime within the last 7-8 years of his career. I think he was at one point batting $130 in the month of May, and eventually came out of it and had a Jeter season.
That's right. Come back on, towards us.
Make that play.
Oh, the bucket stopped me. I would have had it. To your left. I was coming to save you. Thanks. I was coming. I would have had to dive over the bucket.
Strike 2 with a beautiful breaking ball. Ooh.
No, he
didn't.
Man, he didn't.
Yeah. That being that far inside, he was able to pull his hands in.
Yeah. So 1-2 now on Marshall. See if he goes back to the bender on the outer half now after buzzing him inside. Breaking ball, didn't get it in a great spot though. A dive by the third baseman, but it gets by him, and that's a base hit for Marshall, his second hit. So a leadoff single for Marshall, and that'll bring up Cornetta.
The 5-run lead, I wouldn't imagine he's going to try to bunt him over here.
I don't think so.
Cornetta's a pretty good bunter, though. He can actually get a bunt for a hit with his speed.
There he is.
Okay.
Foul ball.
That ball didn't hit him?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so they called that foul ball. But the base umpire, okay...
They're going to talk about this right now.
Cahill wants to, because he was clearly out of the box.
I think
now it's a matter of whether they're saying it hit him or not.
I think he might be out.
You know, I would agree with you.
I would vote that ball hit him in the box.
Did it hit him in the box?
Yeah, I think so.
Not out of it?
It was out.
Okay.
I mean, it rolled out after he was by
I think it might have actually hit his bat, but...
No, it did hit his bat.
Him? Okay.
I thought it hit his bat, then hit him and rolled out. But we can go home and watch the replay.
Right.
Let me know.
Well, that's the thing. You have to be all the way out of the box.
Correct. And I don't think he was.
Do they have the camera in center field today, or is everyone getting the same vision that
No,
we're
everybody's getting our view.
Okay.
Just the single cam. Oop.
BevCam, not BevCams.
Okay, so they're thinking Marshall's probably going to try to run. Doing a good job making it look like it.
Swung on and foul ball.
Okay. 0-2. You pitch out here?
You could.
I think you just throw a high strike.
Yeah, give him something to handle.
Elevated fastball.
Yeah.
Nope, breaking ball.
curveball.
Cornetta fouls it off, though. So it becomes irrelevant that Marshall is running on the pitch.
Shows you what we know.
Well, he was going.
He was.
Okay, so he's thrown 3 curveballs?
Yes.
Yeah, not going that time.
Nope. And Cornetta staying pesky there, fouls that one off.
Yeah, good spot for that fastball.
Yeah, got it away from him.
Yep.
I'd like to see him elevate that fastball a little bit more, though.
Yeah.
Get it out of the strike zone.
Get up around the eyes. There he goes.
Breaking ball gets Cornetta fishing at that.
Yep.
Get him swinging.
Marshall in the second without a throw, but Cornetta down on strikes for the first out.
You know, you see that play occasionally, the guy on first and the strike 3 in the dirt with the guy stealing.
Yep.
And the batter will take off of first base trying to bait the catcher for a throw down behind the runner.
Yeah.
But obviously unable to advance due to the base being occupied.
Oh,
Heads up.
That could be us.
not going to reach us.
Not quite to the
That
booth.
was kind of defending himself.
I was just
there.
about to say, Oliver with a self-defense swing right there. Fouls it straight back.
Yeah, well, as you were saying, it's still a good idea for the runner to do that, because if you can draw a throw.
Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like we saw that in the first Gloucester game.
I think you're right. Another good stop by McKay. Christian up at 55 in my book. That doesn't mean a whole lot because I tend to miss one or add an extra. So we're in the 55 range. Another stop. Marshall getting a little aggressive out there.
Be a good time for pickoff play if they have one.
Well, it's really more his secondary
lead. Yeah, the lead right now is not that big.
No, but he gets off as soon as that pitch is delivered.
Oliver swung on and fouled once again back. Kind of up and in again. I think he's going to go back to the breaking ball. He did.
And he did. Outside, though.
That one started too far outside, though, to get Oliver tempted.
Yep. He thought about it, but had plenty of time to adjust.
Oh, up and in. And that is ball 4, and Oliver will get down to first. And that brings up trouble here as Morris has been seeing Christian very well. He's doubled and singled. Both hit very sharply.
And this will be Coach Cahill making the trip, and it looks like trailing behind him is Connor Francisconi.
The lefty.
So generally when the skip makes the trip, it's for a pitching change. And
that will be it for Christian Morrissey as he departs here in the 4th inning with his team trailing 5-1.
Pitched much better than the scoreboard reveals.
Yes.
Yeah, I think probably be charged with 2 earned runs is my guess on that.
That's exactly what he's at.
And was that only his second walk? 2 walks and a hit batter, or 3, or?
1, 2, 3 walks.
And he did not hit a batter, right?
No, he didn't hit anybody.
He did not, no.
That was Sam getting hit by.
Yeah, he walked Francis, Moore, and then that last one right there, Oliver.
So, like you say, dangerous Zach Morris up. A good time to bring the lefty in and get that lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Yes.
I'm trying to think the last time we saw Connor pitch.
It's a good question, Al.
He pitched against Peabody, at Peabody?
I believe he did.
And I think that might be the last time we have seen him on the bump.
So that's another one of those things that we're talking about. You know, the layoff affects your hitters, but, you know, by this time of the year, the pitchers are now kind of stretched out a little bit, and, you know, they can go a little deeper into the games. But with you know, only having 2 games in the last almost 2 weeks, they haven't had a chance to really get a lot of their pitchers' work.
And, you know, having a deep staff with Gavin, Francisconi, Morrissey, Guanci, Demers. You have 5 guys that we've seen contribute significantly so far this year on the mound. And there just isn't a lot of innings when it's a week between games. So.
Yeah. And when your pitchers go deep in, you know, the Masco game, we only saw 1 pitcher. And then the Methuen game, we saw 2 guys pitch.
So Francis Sconey now the man called on to face the dangerous Morris, as we mentioned, to make it a lefty-on-lefty. Winds and fires and misses inside. Reminds me of Jerry Blevins with his delivery. I get real obscure with these. Do you even know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
I know.
He was a veteran, you know, bounce around the league left-hander for a while. Not long ago, though. Back over by us again, up into the sun. I have no sunglasses and was never an outfielder anyway, so I might get hit someday doing this.
Jerry Blevins.
Jeremy or Jerry?
Jerry.
Jerry.
I mean, I could be wrong. It might be Jeremy, but I'm pretty sure it's Jerry. On the Oakland Athletics for a long time. Oh, he's off! And absolutely no chance on a throw as he caught the pitcher kind of napping there. As he was running before he even went into his delivery.
Yeah, so a lot of times what we're keying on when you're on second base is how many looks that the pitcher will give to second base. And Connor was not looking back, and those pitches was just looking at the plate and going, so they took the chance and took off.
Yeah, it was a good read by Marshall on that. He was... You know, he was off in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he was, you know, 3/4 the way there by the time the ball reached home plate. So.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely no chance. So now the Panther infield will come in, and Francisconi dealing with tough Morris, and behind in the count. Ball 4, he loses him. So Morris has been on all 3 times today now. Did you look up Jerry Blevins?
I didn't yet, but I'm going to. I actually was going to see if Kevin De Bruyne added a 5th goal to his 4 goals today.
Oh, okay.
So they're playing for 2 in the middle. Corners are in.
Swung on and fouled straight back. He had quite the cut at that one.
Jerry Richard Blevins, nicknamed Gordo. Very good. Drafted by the Chicago Cubs in the 17th round of the 2004 MLB draft. You were going back a bit.
Swung on, beat it on the ground. Third baseman can't make it. That's in the left field. 1 run scores. There's another one behind him. The throw is in. Second and third. 2 more runs on the board. And it's 7-1 Gloucester.
7-0.
I mean, 7-0 Gloucester.
The fisherman.
Now, it looked like Morris hurt himself on the slide into third, but I think he's okay. It's a double for Dan Hafey.
The fishermen are looking to extract revenge for the first game in the season series, and they have a good chunk of that revenge right now.
Yeah.
I almost feel like Coach Gentile was sandbagging a little bit, talking about how poorly they've been hitting this year, and they seem to be hitting pretty well today.
He was bluffing. Swung on, hit right onto the ground. Second baseman has it. Demers thought about going home and thinks of going to first instead. That's probably not a bad decision.
Well, it wasn't a force. It wasn't a force.
I know. That's why it was probably a good decision by Demers. That was gonna be bang bang, and you need an out.
Okay, so they got 2 outs now. Costanzo up. Costanzo's hit both out to left center today.
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to run for Hafey. Number 4 in to run for him.
Number 4.
Dom, you've got the lineup card, so we'll rely on you for that.
For number 4 is the pinch runner?
Yeah.
Carpenter.
Okay, Ryan Carpenter Sr. on this team.
Strike.
In there for strike.
Costanzo this time goes into right field. That could be trouble.
In that dead space.
Josh Demers is on his horse.
I could not really see it from my angle, but Josh Demers had quite a ways to go. But he makes the play, and much needed play for the Panthers. Gloucester, though, tacking on a few more runs as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Gloucester 7, Beverly nothing. Oh, it's 8?
Yeah, they got another one.
You're right.
On that hit, they got 2 inside the line?
You're right. I didn't put that in.
Oh, I'm sorry. The one where Josh went to first instead of home.
Yeah, I didn't put the box around Morris there for the score.
Well, the Panthers are going to have to test that theory of having the good failure routine and get those bats going. Part of the order up right now. It's going to be a good challenge for them, the way Moore is throwing.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the challenge right now. And not only just the way, he's not just shutting them down. For the most part, he's expending very little energy in order to do so. I can't imagine his pitch count is all that high right now.
No, not at all. He's been efficient. You can see what makes him a good pitcher, the way that he moves the ball around, the way he mixes. And we've seen a lot of top pitching from all of the teams that we faced. And we saw Zach Morris up in Gloucester, and now we're seeing Moore here. He's doing a heck of a job. And the Bats have a big hole to dig out of, down by 8 runs, 10-run rule looming after a couple innings, and the boys just have to get a few, start feeling good about things, and see where it takes them.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I did not go too far back with the Blevins thing. His last major league stint though was 2019, so it hasn't been that long. All right, Rushton, the man standing in against Brett Moore. Beverly really going to have to get to work now. Rushton was set down on strikes his first time on a classic, beautiful sweeping curveball by Brett Moore that got him fishing. Big cut and a miss from Ryan. That one missing outside.
Good leave. That's a tough one to lay off of.
Breaking ball close.
Yeah, looked to be a little bit high, I would guess, if anywhere.
I can't get over everything with Brett Moore about just how classic baseball he seems. It's a very classic delivery. His name just sounds like a, I don't know.
And there goes the no-hitter.
I know. Hey, the jinx worked.
I love it.
Beautiful job there by Rushton, staying on that ball nicely and just ripping it the other way.
Especially being down 0-2. Great at bat right there. Hopefully this will spark something with Brad McCafferty coming up next.
So McCafferty, the man standing in now. Panthers on the board with their first hit. Now trying to get on the board with their first run. That one missing high. And Brett Moore falling behind McCafferty here, something he has not done a ton of so far. Ooh. McCafferty puts a swing on that and hits it off the house, I believe. So 1-1 now on McCafferty. The wind really, that was a hard hit, but a sensational pick by the third baseman. On the first, he's safe at first, but wow, what a play over there by the third baseman, because McCafferty absolutely scolded that baseball.
Well, that's the second or third nice play Oliver's made over there.
Yeah,
wow.
That was the best of them. No question about it.
That's why they call it the hot corner, folks. 5-4 on the putout. I thought they were going to have a chance of that double play, too. He hit it so hard. Casey Bellew, the man standing in now, fly to right his last time. Man, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, that had been a double. Maybe even could have gone down in that corner. Might have been able to get a run out of that.
Yeah. Casey, they're going to say offered at it.
A strike, yep.
Home plate ump says he doesn't even need help down the line.
Looks like Moore's coming up on pitch number 50. And he threw 18 in that first inning.
Oh, he had the walk and the hit by pitch, right, that inning?
Yes. Breaking ball, couldn't get Bellew to chase. There's that curveball down and into the righty.
Yeah, we don't see anybody warming up, and I don't think they need to right now.
Yeah, not sure what their schedule is the rest of the week.
Well, that's the thing. He may decide.
On shortstop. Whoa. Loses it. He's got no play. Oh, no. McCafferty too wide of a turn off second. I got to say, though, that's great heads-up play by the shortstop.
That's a smart play by
That's Costanzo. A baseball play right there. You know, he didn't come up with the handle. He looked like he didn't have it at first. He looked that way and then immediately. And also, good heads-up play by a second baseman for being there.
Absolutely. Very unfortunate. So, you know, the Gloucester defense really shutting down any Panther rally here so far here in the fourth.
Yeah.
Some defense and some heads up. You know, as you said, Visvik, just a baseball play.
Well, you know, it was the only play he had. He bobbled that.
But still, to have
going to second, and then he realized he wasn't going to get the guy at first to look back.
But still, the awareness especially after you know that you've probably messed up a play that you should have made, the awareness to stick with it though and realize that still be a play to be made somewhere else is sensational.
And the runner just, that's kind of what you do, right? You start looking at the next base because you figure the ball's going to get thrown. And that's, one of those things about being aggressive. That's strike.
And pours in strike 2 now on Petrosino.
You'll hear people talk about, giving up outs on the bases like that, right? Because you're being aggressive. But how many times you get the extra base being aggressive? How many times you get that extra run because you're aggressive?
Yeah.
And that's really kind of how you have to weigh it.
Well, down 8, it's not the time to be aggressive, but McCafferty is thinking that he's thrown the ball to first already.
Yeah.
It's not like he was obscenely off the bag or anything like that.
No, it really wasn't. He kind of slipped going back. And that's a strikeout.
And nabs the outside corner, strike 3, as Brett Moore loses the no-hitter. But the shutout is still going, thanks in part to some big help from the Fisherman defense behind him. A sensational play by the third baseman Oliver, and a great heads-up play by Costanzo to fix a play where he initially bobbled the ball. And on to the top of the 5th now, Gloucester 8, Beverly nothing.
So it'll be 5 strikeouts on the day in 4 innings.
I believe it is Francis, Elliott, and Marshall to greet him now in the 5th.
Yeah, if things don't turn around and hold as is, I believe Danvers will take over the top spot in the Dunn division of the NEC with a 7-2 record. Panthers right now are 6-1.
Okay.
So they would have a half a game up with that extra game being played.
Okay.
Gloucester would improve to 4-5, I believe, which would put them in the 3rd spot. But this is not over yet. Long way to go. But again, Beverly just searching for the answer up at the plate, and Brett Moore is
I was going to say
more than equal to the task.
I was going to say they're searching so far in vain, much like many of the opponents that Brett Moore has had today. This is no one-off. As we mentioned his stats at the beginning of this broadcast, he has been nothing short of sensational, and one of the best pitchers in the conference for sure. So here is Braden Franson. Big 2-out single, his last time up, RBI single. Francis puts a pretty good swing on that one, too, and fouls it straight back.
Straight back.
Wow, that one was up there, though.
Yeah, it was.
That was a high pitch.
A high pitch.
High foul ball.
It was. It's a high pitch, too. They look so tempting up there.
Oh, that hit him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just kind of hang in there. He saw that it was coming in and didn't move. I think it might even got him on the right side of his body somewhere.
Yeah, and he's not wearing that pad.
Nor did he flinch as he walked he ran to first base at full speed.
That was a Casey Bellew-like reaction to being hit by a pitch.
I think it was off speed, though.
Yeah.
Whoa!
One's upstairs.
High and tight.
All right, so Tommy Elliott back in the lineup.
As he gets buzzed there by a first pitch fastball. That one missing in as well. 2-0 now on Elliott.
Foul to our right. Off the tree and
saving the house that time.
And almost hitting Salem News Sports right
Matt Williams almost taking a shot there. All right, Matt, let's see how good your arm is. We know how well you can write. Upstairs.
All right, keep an eye on that arm.
They could just roll it down. A little fleck of the wrist.
Swung on and fouled again once off to the right side. This one nowhere near Matt Williams this time, though.
See, now I think this is a good time with a full count to throw over. Might get the runner leaning. I doubt they're going to be doing anything crazy out there, but you might get a kid getting a lean a little bit. He's actually leaning towards the first base.
Oh,
and that one misses ball 4.
Looked like a pretty good pitch from him.
I thought it was too. That definitely had me flinching for a sec.
All right, so Marshall up again.
So, yeah, Marshall to bat.
He's got 2 hits on the day.
He does. Singled and scored twice. 2 singles, I mean, and scored twice.
I don't think you got to worry about Marshall bunting the ball right now.
I don't think so, no.
Connor struggling a little bit with his control here and getting behind in the count. More than likely the long layoff that we're talking about.
Yeah.
That one missing low and away, so now 2-0 on Marshall.
So coming up, we got Winthrop in the ride from hell on Friday.
It really is.
It's the worst ride in the NEC.
Yeah.
And on a Friday.
Right. And there's a good chance they're not covering that game live, so.
Is that a 4 o'clock game or 4:30?
It better be a 4:30 game, but
you would hope.
Especially if somebody is coming from Gloucester.
Yeah.
Listen, you can say it's a 4 o'clock game. That doesn't really mean it's going to start at 4 o'clock.
We were pretty good today, though, I think.
Listen, when Cambridge tried to come here, they were a bit late, too. We didn't start at 4.
Well, remember, we had a game that started at 5.
Yeah, that was the first Masco game. Got pushed to 4:30 and
got him.
And gets him looking strike 3, so Connor gets a much-needed punch-out right there. Marshall,
big strikeout.
Yeah, very upset with himself.
All right, Cornetta. Again, Cornetta will, if you give it to him, he'll bunt for a hit. You don't have to tell him, he'll just do it.
And swung on, hit on the ground over to short. Armbruster has it, long throw, no chance. That's off the first baseman's glove. Coming around to score is Francis, and there's another Fisherman run, 9-0.
So I think he would have had that beaten anyway.
Oh, he would have, for sure.
So that's definitely a hit.
And then the run scores on the error. Although, whose error?
I would say that was on first base.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I have that as an E3. That ball slapped into right field. That's going to bring on another run. 10-0 Fishermen.
Retrieved quickly by Casey Bellew and holds that to a base hit.
So we're now in the 5th inning.
Yes.
And mercy rules come into play now.
We still get the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, they will still hit in the bottom.
Beverly will still have the bottom of the 5th.
But will essentially be down to the last 3 outs unless can drop it under.
Yeah, unless they can get something going against Moore, who has shown no real signs of slowing down. Zach Morris.
And this inning is
not
over yet.
But Morris standing in.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
That's Zach.
Oh, it is
Zach Oliver and Zach Morris.
Okay.
There was a sale on Zach's 2003. Actually, Morris is 2004. He's only a junior.
That one missing on the outer half. Morris has doubled, singled, and walked. I believe he scored all 3 times as well.
Well, it seems that with the weather warming up a little bit today, Gloucester's bats did so as well.
Yeah.
Not so for our beloved Panthers, however.
Nope.
At least not yet.
Not at all. At least they'll be able to get back to it on Friday.
And then another game on Saturday.
Yeah. Now, of course.
So 4 games in 3 days.
Winthrop, not one of the stronger teams in the NEC, but then they'll be playing Central Catholic, who's in the top 20, I believe.
Well,
When they play in Central Catholic?
Saturday.
Is that here or at Central?
No, it's at Central. Somewhere in the Lawrence Haverhill area.
But
Morris swung on and rips that one in the right field. One bounce to Casey. Everyone will play station to station for now.
Morris having a day with his 3rd hit of the day.
although Winthrop did have a 4-3 win earlier in the year against one of our members. I just can't remember if it was Masco, Gloucester, or Danvers.
So that
they beat Danvers earlier.
Danvers 4-3. Okay.
So that will be it for Connor, as he will come out of the game now here in the 5th. And is that Demers?
Yeah, so Demers is going to come in to pitch. Petrosino is going to move to second, and Ian Visnick just came in, and he'll come in that spot in Morrissey Francisconi's spot.
Demers with his Houston Street type delivery.
So they may still use the DH. So,
because Ian is going in for Francisconi.
Ian's going in for Francisconi, so they'll still use the DH unless they decide to hit Ian, in which case, in the batting order, he'll be in for Rushton. But I don't see that happening.
No.
So, what's the next home game?
Okay, so that'll close the book. Well, actually, it doesn't close the book on Francisconi. He still has runners on base.
The book's not closed yet on anyone.
Right.
How many outs we have? 1 or 2?
1 out, and Hayfie coming to the plate. Had a 2-run double his last time up.
Yep. So Gloucester with 10 hits today so far. Here we get the bases loaded.
So our next broadcast, then, are we back on Wednesday next week?
I don't know if they boys play Monday next week or not.
Wednesday.
Wednesday against
Still Robert.
Swampscott, maybe?
I think it might be.
Let's see. Wednesday the 18th against... no. Wednesday looks like a Sargus game.
Oh, okay.
At Saugus.
Monday we're in Salem.
And Demers, that one hits him, and that's another run for Gloucester.
And we'll be seeing Danvers next Friday.
So that's the next home game?
Next home game is a week from Friday?
Yeah. So who was that? Hayfie?
Wait. So next Friday?
Yes.
So hard to come in cold like that, not get warm-up tosses, pulled in off of second base, and
Yeah.
tough spot with bases loaded.
Okay, so you got more.
That is another run, and that is 11?
Yep. Not a great outing for the Panthers today.
No.
Tough day at the old ball yard.
And that stuff kind of happens.
It does.
Slide continues, you know.
Yep.
As a coach, having been there, you're looking for a way out.
Ball dribbled over to the first baseman, but foul.
Try to think about what you can change up, what you can do to try to change the psychological outlook of the guys, bring the positivity.
Yep.
It's a tough spot right now for the guys, you know. This is a big rivalry with the Gloucester guys. Goes way back to Little League. They both mark it on their calendars. And
all right, Visnick trying to get over there. And he runs out of room.
Backing out of play.
Yeah, I mean, if this game continues the way it looks like it will, they will split the season series. But this kind of loss kind of stings a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not a one-run win.
Right.
Last time Panthers came from behind, tied it on a massive Logan Petrosino home run.
Fouled it off.
And were able to push across another run and cut down a run at the plate late in the game, too, I think.
Yeah.
There was a lot of action at home plate, a relay for Sammy.
They had two plays. Yeah, the two plays where they threw guys out at home.
Bradley threw someone out from center field on the fly.
With one of the better high school throws I've seen.
Brett Moore swung on and fouled off himself, I think.
But the
second one off himself.
The Fishermen are definitely making a loud statement today.
Yeah. Yeah, the bats definitely came alive for them today.
Oh, that ball's tailing.
The ball's high, tailing. Both guys going over.
Can't get to it.
Can't make the play. That might clear the whole thing.
That ball looked like it was going to go. That ball looked like Austin Bernard was going to be able to catch it in his back pocket, and that it just kind of kept tailing.
Well, if you look at where the wind is going right now, it just kept taking that ball away from Austin. And that ball's in for a double for Moore. 2 more runs for Gloucester, and it's 13-0.
You have the wind going that way, and the ball coming off the lefty's bat into the left center field gap is going to make that tail from Austin and ride towards that left field line, right? And he couldn't put it in a more perfect spot or hit the jet stream any better.
He hit it high.
Yeah.
And deep. He got a good piece on that.
He did.
It's
and they were playing him kind of to pull, so there was that big gap out there. Neither guy, they were playing him pulling center anyway.
Yeah.
That's Moore's second hit of the day. His first RBIs. He's pitching a fantastic ball game and adds an extra base hit and 2 RBIs to the day.
Yeah.
Costanzo now the shortstop standing in, who has flied to left center twice so far.
And flied out to second base behind the first base.
Yes, his last time up on that terrific play by the man pitching right now, Josh Demers. I didn't even see who's playing second right now for the Panthers.
Logan Petrosino slid over, and Ian Visnick came in to play third.
Okay.
Works it full. 3-0, right?
I believe. No, there's a foul ball at least.
Oh, right, yep. There's another foul ball.
There's another one.
See AD Dan Keefe watching those balls, don't want to give up any.
I was wondering if he was going to walk up the hill and get that one.
I know.
No. I think he was hoping it would roll back down.
Strike? No.
Not in this grass.
Close call.
Boy, that was
close.
Thinking 13-0. That's a
I know. All right, so we've got
bases loaded again.
Brandon Francis. He started off the inning with a hit by pitch. Bases loaded. We got 1 out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still just 1 out. Ground ball right back to Demers. He'll come home for one on the first.
Play.
And a double play. Nice turn there by the Panthers to finally put an end to the inning. But Gloucester already with a decent lead, but then really broke this thing wide open there in the fifth. On to the bottom of the fifth. Fishermen 13, Panthers nothing.
1, 2, 3 double play.
My favorite double play in baseball.
Sure.
And if we're looking for something positive in Pantherland today, that could be it. But we have an opportunity.
Yeah.
The 3 hardest outs in baseball are yet to come. So stranger things have happened.
Oh, the Red Sox know all about that this year.
And what did the Mets do? Came back from 8 down in the 9th the other day.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Oh, yeah. I think they were down 7.
And scored 8.
They were down 7 and scored 8, yeah. In the 9th inning.
That's crazy. Everything's going right for the New York team so far this year.
So 13-0. They got to score 4 to keep this thing going. And the way Moore's been dealing, it's going to be a tall order.
Yeah. What is it? Is it McKay, Demers, and Francis?
Yes.
Looks like Ian Visnick might be hitting for Josh Demers based on, and I also see Jackson Sumner with the bat out there.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But Griff Francis has a bat, and Griff McKay has a bat, and so we'll see. Maybe on deck is Jackson, perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, other guys are going in the dugout. It looks that way.
Yeah. We'll
so
see.
Jackson Sumner's hitting? Next?
No, I believe so.
McKay's going to hit.
Yeah, McKay's hitting.
Is leading off, and Jackson is on deck.
Right, and if they do score the runs, then Josh can always re-enter. His foul ball.
Yep, and there's that tree once again.
So I got Moore at about 55 pitches.
Wow, that's it?
I probably missed a few, so it's probably closer to 60, but still economical through 4 innings.
Oof. Big swing and a miss from McKay, and it's 1-2 now.
Like a good change up there, no?
Yeah. Straight change. It's always an important pitch for a left-hander to know.
And he struck him out.
Right? Because that breaking ball usually you like to use on the same side type of hitter. The changeup's the great equalizer you need as a left-handed or the right-handed bats.
Right. Yeah, you can look for that fastball. You can kind of pick up a curveball. The changeup, it looks like a curveball, a fastball. But it just comes in a whole lot different.
Yeah.
So this is Jackson Sumner up to bat. First pitch called strike on the outside part of the plate.
Bugs Bunny had himself a pretty good the perplexing slow ball. And again,
and he had a great defense.
I was going to say, Bugs Bunny was able to play every position at once. I actually had a kid play all 9 positions in a game one time for me.
Cool.
Really?
I was coaching JVs for Gloucester. A kid named Mark Santuccio.
I don't know if it's been done since, but when I was a young lad growing up in Malden, the last player to have played all 9 positions in a major league game was Cesar Tovar from the Minnesota Twins. So
I would wager it's never happened again.
I want to say Mike Squires might have.
Sumner strikes out, but they're going to have absolutely no chance to get him at first with how far that ball bounced away.
So that is a K, but he does get himself the base.
So now Griffin Francis, the man standing in as the Panthers get back to the top of the lineup.
Francis victimized by Zach Oliver twice today.
Yeah. Oh.
Pulls that one.
Yeah, inside, down and in, and he turned on it. That's for sure, but good spot for Moore to get it in.
Yeah, well, that's where he's been pitching him today. Now it looks like they're setting up outside.
Because they heard us.
Yeah.
That ball swung on and over the shortstop. Has it on the second to first. Not in time at first, so they'll get Sumner at second. And now there's 2 away for Austin Bernard,
who is going to be pinch hit for by Cooper Gavin, actually.
Cooper Gavin.
Cooper came out of the dugout there. And
all right, so Cooper Gavin coming in.
Big cut and a miss there by Gavin.
Well, you know, one of the things about a 13-0 game is everybody gets to go home early.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Panthers are hoping to prolong this, but I'm sure the Gloucester folks will be like, "Good, we'll go home."
Play into the darkness.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had some games earlier in the season that, you know, the sun was coming down and we don't have lights here.
Yeah. Brett Moore, strike away from putting this one in the books. Gavin beats this one on the ground over to third base.
And that'll end it, folks.
On the first, and that'll do it. Gloucester, the Fishermen, get their revenge in a big way over the Panthers today. A 13-0 victory, and Brett Moore was absolutely sensational, throwing 5 shutout innings to get Gloucester the victory.
Defensively, I'd say Zach Oliver, a lot of 5-3s in the scorebook there.
Yeah, and he had the sensational play on a rope by McCafferty back in the 4th.
And offensively, I'd have to give it to Morris. Scored 4 runs, 3 hits, bunch of RBIs. So, and offensively, there's not a whole lot we can say for Beverly.
Well, Rushton had the lone hit.
The lone hit, yeah.
Yeah, tough day at the office for the boys, for sure.
Well, you know, it just started on the wrong foot from the very beginning, and what was a first inning in which Gloucester scored 3 or 4 times, but did so without really doing a whole lot of damage, and Morrissey looked just fine.
Yeah.
But, you know,
they've
errors, a bunt single by Brett Moore didn't help things, and Panthers just got out to the wrong foot. And, you know, being down 4-0 to Brett Moore pitching, Brett Moore came in as advertised with just the 1 hit allowed.
Well, you know, Beverly started the season with that good record, taking advantage of pitchers not getting the job done. A lot of times it was 1 big inning. Mm-hmm. But the last 3 games, including this one, they have faced very, very good pitching performances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bat's just aren't sharp enough right now. And what had been a really solid defense some holes have been exposed.
Yep.
That happens. It's part of the game. But when it happens, when you're not hitting, it's
right. If you're scoring 9-10 runs a game, you can overcome the defensive blows. But
yes.
So the boys gotta keep at it, get back at it tomorrow, and get ready for the Friday trip to Winthrop, and that will be a league game and count towards the league standing. So it's one that they got to come up with.
Yep. And then they play Saturday as well, don't they?
Non-league game.
Non-league game.
Yeah, non-league.
Very good Central Catholic game.
But in terms of the tournament, though, that game could mean something.
Sure. I believe you have to have at least 10 wins, and if you don't have 10 wins, you have to be in the top 32 power rankings.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, and even if you have 10 wins, you may have to play a preliminary game before you get into the actual tournament. It counts as a tournament game, but
right.
But they've got 8 wins. I mean, they only need 2 to get that point. But I don't think they're thinking about a 10-10 season.
I think they're thinking about they got to right the ship and get back on a winning streak again, because I think their winning streak reached 7 games at one point in the season. So
Yeah,
now we have a 3-game losing streak that's time to break on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be back here next Friday, I believe, against Saugus, is what you told me, right?
No, Saugus is away on Wednesday.
Okay.
Because we play them here already. I think it's at World Series Park on Wednesday if it's Saugus.
Okay.
We've got Danvers next Friday.
Danvers
It's at home.
All right,
Yeah.
Danvers here.
Actually, I believe that's Thursday. That game got moved.
That game got moved
to
because the
Thursday.
junior prom is Friday night. It's a
Okay.
Thursday
So
game.
it's
So
a
the
Thursday game,
next
Don.
home game is on
Sorry.
Thursday.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So next broadcast will be on Thursday again. Danvers, once again, tough day for the Panthers as Gloucester takes this one 13-0. Dominic Lorenzano with Rich Francis and Mr. Visnick to my left here signing off. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Right.